Warriors. Number 2 is on the floor, also getting the start for them tonight. And we are underway.
Okay, I gotta say it right at the start. Floor incredibly hard, and he needs to protect the rim. So, what will Damian Jones show us here?
Yeah, spent most of the season in downtown. You know he's tough.
Right. You know,
he played for Frank Martin at South Carolina, part of that team that went to the Final Four, and a great burst on the base. And he'll have a pretty good opportunity this year for the Golden State Warriors as downtown with Boston College this past year. Legit with the lefty jumper is good.
You know, sometimes you're starting the first and third quarters. You know, can you emerge if you're Damian Jones into the role or situation than the one we're seeing unfold with Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs?
We both saw a lot of San Antonio this year, and Leonard only played 9 games at Tennessee State. Kept it alive, and here come Golden State. Johnson from downtown, got it. Shots. Jumper good, another three.
I feel like I understand what he's saying. You want to be a place that free agents want to come to, but the West is hyper.
Clippers 42 and 40 a season ago, none from deep. Didn't matter.
Come on now, we're talking about a guy. But Mark, there are guys here who understand this. Nicely done with Damian Jones. There are guys here who understand they might be a two-way guy. They might be playing for a contract in Europe. There are a lot.
Kendrick Nunn with 10 points in the ball game. A perfect 3 for 3 from downtown. Johnson and 1. He was always the first one in the gym, the last one to leave. Getting up shots as Jawan Evans got one to perfect. Works, does so much for his community, and great with his social activism. And he'll be a great asset in Los Angeles as well.
Well, I was actually with Bob with Bob Myers when it all happened. I drove up from my straight times, and Steph and Clay jack every single shot, and you don't touch the ball because that's what Kevin had to face. This year was difficult enough just with the journey, trying to do it 4 years in a row, getting to the finals.
Correct.
So we think it's high, you know, and he's been behind a lot of good players the last couple of years. We've had so many centers, and
DeMarcus Cousins thing evolved, and in particular, Doris, his comments about DeMarcus ultimately fitting into the quote-unquote culture.
Well, say this, to get motivation and to keep things fresh. So now you've got two things. Nice move by Gilgeous-Alexander. I love watching him play. The one frustration I have, you know, at times was watching him not make it over half court defensively. Like
an excuse not to run past midcourt because Clay and Steph will be knocking down threes before he gets there.
Right.
Just like Steve Kerr mentioned a moment ago.
That's right.
A built-in excuse for the Clippers. He's off to a pretty good start. He's got 7 points here in the first half. Nice feed inside, and the layup by Jerome Robinson, of debilitating injuries this year. Despite that, I'm going to tell you, Doc Rivers did a fantastic job of getting that team.
Get frustrated with, you know, cavalier may be too strong a word, but sort of the casual attitude of Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. Listen,
an interesting dynamic for the Warriors is the one between assistant coach Mike Brown as Evans knocks down the jump shot. 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And there's going to be a Clippers turnover. Great hustle by Jordan Bell, and 1. Ring it up. Jordan. Legit. Nice little Euro step and gets it to fall.
Has been adamant from the jump that he's putting in the work. I'll tell you what you see a lot of, something people would like to actually see from Kawhi Leonard. You see him putting some Instagram videos together.
Here's Jordan Bell leading the break, showing some handle and some bounce. Sindarius Thornwell, second-year pro, driving by Nunn, a nice reverse layup.
That's a defensive end of the floor, 6'5", 215. You talked about his toughness. That was a nice-looking offensive move, but that guy's identity deep.
Damian Jones with the point. Jordan Bell's former head coach, and Elijah Brown's head coach last season. And that's why Golden State, when they draft a guy like that, Doris, they pretty much have the luxury of letting him develop and learn and take his time, right? He missed that open three. And here's Jerome Robinson. Thornwell doesn't hesitate, that's why.
Just to put it in the cup.
If you think about the Golden State Warriors in the big picture, and the team has Gilgeous-Alexander with another bucket there.
And, what are your expectations as the season, gets closer and closer?
Yeah, he looks great. We visited Avery a couple days ago.
I was talking about, I couldn't remember the plays. That's how fast his mind was going. But think about this one. If there's
Hayward, who we look forward to seeing this year in a Boston Celtics uniform. Reggie Upshaw inside, and associate head coach Mike Brown. Nice strong move inside by Derrickson.
To pick teams apart.
They must have some kind of plan still, because I'm not sure it's a finished product. Doesn't look. What do you think, Doris? You think they got a few more moves to make? Or does the puzzle stay as it is right now?
No, it's a great question. I do like the idea of LeBron, and I had heard this as Derrickson makes a nice looking jump.
Good ball movement. Tokoto, an athlete, finishing on the baseline.
Inconsistent for Roy, but they won at a high level. He was always in the rotation.
Thornwell on the drive. Whoa. Bell says not tonight. They need to play good D here. They don't need to foul. Legit. Got it. Ice cold-blooded. Gilgeous-Alexander will take it to the hoop. And that'll be it.
No
Who's
doubt.
laughing now?
Right.
Now they corral Boogie Cousins into the fold.
Yes, but I don't know that you could say that was a move that made them light years ahead. He happened into their existence.
I don't have a major in science, but light years sounds like a lot to me. Warriors win it 77-71. Cousins getting a look at some of his new teammates. SportsCenter coming up next.